Old cemeteries are often great places for floral diversity, full of wildflowers that were once much more widespread and common, but with the coming of modern intensive grassland management have been more or less banished to the edges. Lady's bedstraw is one such species. Its constellations of tiny four-petaled golden flowers, one of the most beautiful and wonderful midsummer sights in places like this. Nowhere is it to be seen in greater profusion than here in the old cemetery at Clonahal, just outside Birr, where it grows in company with almost 140 other species of flowers. Lady's bedstraw is assigned to the scientific genus Gallium, of which we have 9 species. There are something like 300 species worldwide, of which 124 occur in Europe. And of our 9 species, Lady's bedstraw is the only one which doesn't have white flowers, and thereby hangs a tale or two, about which more later. The tiny flowers grow in dense clusters, and they are strongly protandrous, the male stamens maturing and shedding their pollen before the female stigmas in the same flower are receptive to pollen, an elegant device to prevent self-pollination or at least make it less likely. The stamens are at first curved out towards the edge of the flower, and only after they have shed their pollen do the 2 styles grow somewhat taller and diverge, ready now to receive pollen from a variety of insect visitors. The flowers have a peculiarly distinctive smell that to some people is honey-like or catkin-like, but to others is more like urine, but in any case is attractive to the many sorts of small-tongued flies, beetles, and occasional other insects that visit and pollinate the flowers. Lady's bedstraw had numerous applications in traditional herbal pharmacy, and it was a very important dye plant. A fine red fabric dye similar to madder was made from the roots, and a yellow dye for hair and beard from the flowers themselves. It was used as a substitute for rennet in cheese making, most familiarly in the making of cheddar cheese, double Gloucester and Cheshire cheese. And that explains the scientific name for the genus, which is Gallium, which comes from the Greek word gala, which means milk. Bedstraws are so called in English because they become aromatic when dried, producing a hay-like scent called coumarin, for which reason they were used in earlier times to keep linen fresh and sweet-smelling during storage. Mattresses were stuffed with lady's bedstraw in medieval Europe, and it was used as a flea repellent. In Denmark, it is used to infuse spirits in the making of biesk, which is a kind of schnapps. Lady's bedstraw is widely distributed across the Northern Hemisphere, and it features in the folklore of almost every European culture, including our own. In the Táin Bó Cúailnge, for example, we're told that Cuchulainn, when he suffered his bouts of battle frenzy, as they were called, to calm himself down, he would take a tea made from lady's bedstraw. And in medieval Christian Europe, there were numerous wonderful stories or legends to account for the fact that lady's bedstraw is almost the only species in its genus which has golden flowers. To give one example, in the folklore of Spain, it was said that as Mary prepared a bed for her child before Jesus was born, she chose white bedstraw, in gratitude for which the plant's flowers turned golden. And in another version of the tale, we have the Archangel Gabriel coming down to earth in advance of the birth of baby Jesus to inquire which of the flowers would consent to prepare a bed for the infant Jesus. All, remember this is going to be in the middle of winter, so all except lady's bedstraw refused. And in return for its services, its flowers were turned to gold.